Now, before I get right into it, don't forget to hit the notification bell on top of this video. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Alright, let's go ahead and jump right into this game. This was a low-scoring game, and it was expected. The Eagles won this game by 7 points. They won by a touchdown score, 20-13. The Eagles end the season 14-3 with the second seed secured and the NFC East secured. And the New York Giants fall to 3-14. The Giants will have a top 10 NFL draft pick going into next season. I'm not exactly sure where they placing going to be for the top 10, but they're going to have a top 10 NFL draft pick because of the record of 3-14. This was actually a pretty good going out party from Tanner McKee from what I've heard. So let me get right into the game recap. Here we go. Player stats. Okay, here we go. Tanner McKee was 27 for 41, 269 yards, a 6.6 average, 2 touchdown scores, no INT, and he had a point rating of 100.6. Not bad for a guy who didn't get the first start. So now he had three total touchdowns together, and had he has over 300 yards passing in last week's game and this final week game. And here are the rushing concern. Will Shipley with 10 for 32 yards, 3.2 average, 7 was the long, no score. Gainwell was 11 for 14, 1.3, 5 yards was the long, no score. Smith was Anaya Smith was 1 for 4.04 with the long, no score. And the sake of his Tanner McKee was 3 for 1 yard, 0.3 was the average, 2 was the long, no score. And the receiving department, Johan Dawson had a going out game. He did really well. The man had 7 catches for 94 yards, a 13.4 average, 19 with the long, no touchdown. Dallas Goddard, who returned from a 4-week injury, played today, and I figured that he was because I stated in my keys to victory video he has to play, and I got my wish on that. He had 4 for 55 yards, 13.8 was the average, 17 was long, no score. I don't think Dallas Goddard played the whole game. I think he played on the first half only, just to get warm up for next week's game. Shipley was 4 for 35 yards, 8.8 was the average, 13 was long, no score. And Anaya Smith was 4 for 35 yards, 8.8 average, 15 was the long, 1 touchdown. I'm quite sure that was his first career touchdown. He probably kept that football. Wilson was 3 for 24 yards, 8.0 was the average, 9 was the long, no score. And Greg Kakatara, 2 for 10 yards, 5.0 was the average, 7 was the long, no score. Gainwell was 2 for 9, 4.5 was the average, 6 was the long, no score. And Jenkins with 1 for 7, 7.0, 7 was long. He scored a touchdown. So Jenkins scored a touchdown, and Anaya Smith, both guys had their first receiving touchdown. I know Anaya Smith did. I'm not sure about Jenkins. And here is the defensive. Okay, on Burke, 17 total tackles. So I'm going by tackles, assists, sacks, interceptions, and forced fumbles. Here we go. Burks was 17-9-0-0-0. Trotter was 11-9-0-0-0. McCollum 9-7-0-0-0. And Davis was 5-2-0-0-0. And Moro Ojomo, who I'm quite sure he played majority of the game, 5-4-0-0-0. And Ringo was 4-1-0-0-0. Good for Ringo. And then Maddox was 4-3-0-0-0. Huff was 3-3-0-0-0. Harris was 3-2-0-0-0. Rogers was 2-1-0-0-0. And Ricks was 1-0-0-0-0. And Booker was 1-1-0-0-0. And Brown with 1-1-0, a sack and a fumble. Williams with 1-1-0-0-0, and Gant with 1-0-0-0-0. So the long sack was by Sidney Brown. I can't wait to see the footage on that one. And hit the kick returns. They had 2 kick returns. They had two players, 2 kick returns. Isaiah Rogers with 2 returns for 75 yards, 37.5 was the average, 51 was the long, no score. And Nye Smith with 1 for 17, 17.0, 17 was the long, no score. No punt returns. And Jake Elliott was 2 for 3, 18.7, 32 was the long, no blocks, and he had 2 extra points. Okay. And the take-up he said for Brian Mann was 3 for 140 yards, 46.7 was the average, 59 was the long, no touchbacks, and he had 2 inside the 20. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. These are not impressive statistics, but they are okay for the backups. Okay, now go to the Giants. See what the Giants did. Okay, here we go. Lockett, whatever his name is, was 22 for 29, 138 yards, 4.8 was the average, 1 touchdown, one interception. Wait a minute, who had the interception? I didn't see that on the Eagles side. I feel I'm going over that one. Oh, Sidney Brown had the interception. That's what it was. Sidney Brown had the pick. 82.3 was the long, was the average, was the rating. And here's the rushing. Tracy was 14 for 59 yards, 4.2 was the average, 60 was the long, no score. Singletary was 7 for 22 yards, 3.1, 5 was the long, no score. Belton was 110, 10 was the long, no score. Gray was 1 for 6, no score. And Locke was 2 for 3, 1.5, 3 was the long, no score. And Neighbors had a career game. I'll get with Neighbors later on in the game if I don't forget it. Neighbors was 5 for 64 yards, 12.8 was the average, 45 was the long, no score. 1 touchdown. He scored that long touchdown for them. And Robinson was 10 for 43 yards, 4.3 was the average, 9 was the long, no score. And Manhurst was 1 for 16, 16.0, 16, no score. Bellinger was 2-9, 4.5, 5 was the long, no score. Tracy was 2 for 7, 3.5, 5 was the long, no score. Trey and Gray was 1 for 4, 4.0, 4, no score. And Secretary was 1 for -5, -5.0, -5, 0. Here's the defense. Johnson was 10-4-0-0-0, and Mosey was 8-5-0-0-0, and Burns, wow, that's some sacks. I didn't know that. So the Eagles have more sacks. Burns was 5-3, a half sack, 0-0, and Wilson was 4-1-0-0-0. Phillips was 4-0-0-0. Summers was 4-2. 0-0-0, and the Giants first round pick a few years ago, what was his name? Thibodeaux was 4 for 3, 1.5 sack, 0-0. Belton was 4-2-0-0-0. Nunez was 4-3-0-0-0. Pinnock was 2-1-0-0-0. Riley was 2-2-0-0-0. Chapman was 2-1-0-0-0. Fox was 2-0-0-0. Simmons was 2-1-0-0-0. Jackson was 2-0-0-0-0. Garcia was 2-1-0-0-0. And Basham was 2-2-0-0-0. Flopped 2-1-0-0-0. Johnson was 1, with Johnson and Banks were both 1-1 each, and both of them were 0-0-0. Okay, so they allowed 2. So they got 2 sacks on the Eagles. With Thibodeaux with with the most because him and Burns had 2 sacks. He had a sack apiece, where they both shared a sack, but Thibodeau got 1 sack on his own. Well, that was expected when you play behind a second and third string offensive lineman. But anyway, kick returns. They had no kick returns. They had a punt return with 2 for 25 yards, 12.5. 25 was the long, no score, and the kicking Gano was 2 for 2, 39.0 was the average, 53 was the long, no blocks, and 1 for the extra point. And the kicking, the punting was 3 for 120 yards, 40.0 was the average, 43 was the long, no touchbacks, and had 1 inside the 20. So you basically can say overall defensively the Giants were better overall defensively because they had all their starters playing in this one last game. Because one thing about the New York Giants, since the Giants are not going to the playoffs, these guys on the New York Giants were playing for their jobs, most of them, because one thing about it, there will be some changes coming to the New York Giants starting after this season. They already got the one with Malik Neighbors, who I'm about to speak about now. Malik Neighbors had 108 receptions this year, 1,114 yards. He had 6 touchdowns scored. The 104 is a rookie. It's a New York Giants rookie record. That record probably won't be broken no time soon. He set a rookie record. So the Giants are heading in the right direction. I could say that because even though they made a major error in letting go of Saquon Barkley and Xavier McKinley, who is a DB, I forgot what team he went to. The Giants let 2 major key players go on offense and defense. They made two major mistakes, but the Giants headed in the right direction with the addition of Malik Neighbors. I like Malik Neighbors. You know what I'm saying? He's an LSU product. He ain't gonna be a good one because it's proven fact he had 104 yards. That's the most reception of any rookie. I don't think no rookie never got over 100 yards receiving. So that's pretty good. But the Giants won't be going to playoff this year. The Eagles will. So the Eagles are now set to play Green Bay Packers. And in fact, I actually wanted to play the Washington Commanders. Washington Commanders won today. They won the game by 23-13. I think that score 23-13. The Washington Commanders. They beat the Cowboys. And I was praying for the Cowboys to win that game. Matter of fact, the Cowboys had that lead going into halftime. Washington came back in the second half and just took care of business. So that is statistics for the game. And overall, like I said, Hannah McKee had a pretty good outing. 269 yards, not bad for 2 touchdown scores, a 100.6 passer rating. This is Tanner McKee's second pretty good passer rating. He had 100 last week and 100 something rating last week, and this week he got another 100-yard rating. I don't think the Eagles have never had any quarterback. Ash had 3 quarterbacks have 100 ratings. Cause Hannah McKee had 2 100-yard 100 passing rating. And the other boy, what is his name? The first round pick by the Pittsburgh Steelers. He had a 100-yard pass rating in the long game before he got injured. He threw for 2 touchdown passes in that game. And a game against who was that? Against Dallas. And so the Eagles had never had 2 backup quarterbacks to have 100 plus passer rating. That never happened in NFL history. The Eagles have achieved. That's not a record the Eagles have set. That's not a record. They have 3 quarterbacks to have 100-yard passing. 2 quarterbacks to have 100-yard passing ratings. That has never happened before for the Philadelphia Eagles. So, but Jahan Dawson had a pretty good he had a pretty good game. I gotta admit that. Johan Dawson, 94 yards on 7 receptions. That's not bad. He averaged 13.4 average. That's almost 15 yards a pop per reception. But like I said, that's not bad. That is not bad at all. You can't beat that. So, that is the Week 18 final game of the season. Now we are off to the playoffs. The Eagles will be playing the Green Bay Packers in the first round matchup, which is next week. We had played Green Bay early in the season. We won in Brazil, and we won that game. A close game, actually. It was a close game. The Packers have quite a few injuries, but the Packers are not going to play like that. When it's the playoffs, it is a different ball game. You gotta put your best hat on. Put your best hat on. Put your best suit and tie on. Your best shoes on, and get ready to step out, because this is what it's all about. It's about this season, because we're not into a new season. Everybody knows when the playoffs begin, it's another season. It starts over, because don't nothing matter when it comes to the regular season. The regular season now over with. Throw that out the door, because we're in for another season of playoff football. You got to put your best suit on, best shoes on, best suit and tie, best shoes, best hat, rings, jewelry, whatever you're going to put on. Time to put on it, and time to start stepping, because that's what it's going to be all about. It's a new dance, new flavor, new everything. That's what it's all about. So, without any further ado, I'm going to go and end this video on a high note. You guys enjoy your Sunday, because next Sunday is the game against the Packers in Philadelphia. Another home game. So, but anyway, like I said, I wanted to play Washington. I really wanted Washington. No offense. I wanted them really, really bad. So, whoever Washington play, they're gonna knock them out the playoffs. Whoever they play. So there's no rifts with that game. But I really wanted them. I really did, because that game right there just goes to show they are a good club. They now got 12 wins. They 12-5. 12-5. Not bad for a first head coach, old new head coach on a team that's going places. Not bad. But the Eagles are on a mission, and that's to get to the Super Bowl and win it. But then, like they said, if the Eagles don't win the Super Bowl, the question with Saquon not getting the 2,100 yards rushing is going to come off the floodgates about why he didn't get the 100 yards and then can't get the New York Giants. It's gonna make you wonder. You know what I'm saying? So everything on the line. Everything's on the line this new season of football. So I am out of here, guys. I'm glad the Eagles had on the black jersey today. I'm glad they wore them today, because I just bought this jersey back here a couple of years ago, and I've been dying to wear it. This actually a Duke Daily jersey. When I bought it, I thought it was knitted up. It's not a knitted one. This is actually iron pressed jersey, but it's black, and it's actually a brand new jersey. It's actually a 4X jersey, actually, and that's the only size they had was a 4X. And that jersey cost me $100. So I'm just glad to finally wear it, and we're gonna call this a night. See you guys next week. I got more videos to come, and not gonna talk about it now, cause this is about football. Peace out, family. We are on into the playoffs. Yeah, boy.